We're so good at this.
In this episode, Holly and I get in a fight about, what was it about? Topics? People?
Like a teacher versus topic.
Teacher versus topic. That's alliteration. That's a lot better. And we get into Enneagram discussions. We get into, you learn Holly's 3 favorite dudes on Earth. And I didn't make the list. And other fun stuff. Check it out. So, Holly, teacher versus topic. What does that mean to you?
Teacher versus topic?
Yeah.
Oh. Like a teacher versus a topic?
Yeah.
Well, I've heard you talk about it before, so.
So what does it mean to you?
Oh, okay. It is basically having someone who you love their teaching and they're like a mentor to you. Sorry. They're like a mentor to you as opposed to just they write books about certain topics.
Cool. So take it out just a little bit further. If you were to pick one or the other, would you rather follow a teacher or would you rather read all of the books about a specific topic?
Well, it just depends on what I'm wanting to learn. Is that not the answer you're looking for?
No, it's fine. There's no right. I mean,
well,
there's times that there's right.
Like, if there's a particular topic I'm interested in, I will see what 6 different
All right, what is a topic that awakens your soul?
Topic that awakens my soul.
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm wanting to learn a lot about the Enneagram.
The Enneagram? Cool.
Yeah.
And so in your Enneagram research stuff, has it been more fascinating to delve into a leader in that space, or has it been equally fascinating to delve into the space as a whole entire thing?
I've looked for all the people who have written about it from different angles, or spoken about it. I like how different people bring different things to the conversation. And I, really like the Christian writings on it, so to see it in a Christian perspective, but I also really enjoy getting the perspectives from people who are just the psychologists that use it, or just different other spiritualists, because they just have a different take and have different things that they see because of the way they interpret it. So, does that make sense?
Yeah, but it didn't really answer the question.
Okay, what was the question?
Which has been more invigorating? So it sounds like, based on what you said, the topic is more invigorating than the person.
Well, since I'm still really new to learning about it, it's possible that I'll find a particular person that I love their teaching on it and then would read everything that they've written. But at the moment, I'm more interested in getting a lot of different people's perspectives on it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's say it this way. If there was it's probably not a good example. But if there was an Enneagram, am I saying the word right?
I don't know. Anagram.
Well, let's talk about that. You should take the test because it is a marriage enhancer overnight. It is a personality deep dive immediately. and it opens up a lifelong discovery, self-awareness, evaluation, soul searching about yourself. Would you agree? What would you add to that?
I would agree. Well, some of the things I've learned about it is, I mean, we've kind of turned it into a personality test in recent years, but it's much more than that.
Well,
and there's a lot of caution in taking it lightly. And so there's a whole like sect of people who actually don't even like that just us normal people even have the information because we don't know how to handle it appropriately and stuff.
Well, I actually think that our definition of personality is too small.
Yeah, well, and I can't remember. Beatrice Chestnut was talking about it in an interview, but one of the people that she learned from, maybe, Gurdjieff, maybe?
Is she the lady that wrote that really depressing book?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm still going to read that one. You made me forget what I was saying.
Beatrice Chestnut.
Hold on. Oh, that an approach to personality is actually that the personality is attached to the ego, so it's actually our lower self, and the anagram actually gives us these steps to move beyond our personality because we're not defined by our personality, but we're actually more than that. So it's a different approach to it, and I thought that was interesting and consistent with the idea of dying to self and killing our flesh and becoming our true eternal selves.
That sounds horrible.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I couldn't think of a more death view imaginable. Who is this person?
I don't know.
Beatrice who?
No, she's talking about somebody else.
Oh. Cool. I don't know who that is. Well, fantastic. This is going great.
This is going really great. So you ask questions because you already have an answer in mind instead of asking a question to actually see what I think about it. So you're trying to lead me to the conclusion that you have in your head. And it's really funny and really obvious. And you've wanted to improve your interview skills, and that's a really good way is to actually ask questions and care about what the other person says instead of just trying to get them a place, which is probably a total type 8 thing. Talking about helping relationships is oh, okay, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so if you're type 8, you don't want to be one. Just end it right now because there is no hope.
Or pray you're married to a type 9 who can see through your soul.
No, I disagree with all of those statements. There is absolute huge hope for a type 8, and you don't have to marry a type 9.
I'm just joking.
You can excel in any one of them. Thrive. So, teacher versus topic. Who's a person that you have followed Journey with for a long time?
The first one that comes to my mind would probably be Andrew Murray.
Andrew Murray?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much anything he's ever written will rip your soul open and change your life if you can hear it. But I mean, honestly, and this isn't just the good smart person answer or something, but I mean, really, it's been mostly scripture. I've never really followed a person very much. But honestly, that would be the answer. So probably Paul.
So Andrew Murray is a bad A dude because he runs with Paul in your mind.
Yeah, Paul and David. Because I like the Psalms.
Paul,
and I
David,
like Paul's
Murray.
writings.
So
I don't know if there's a better writer in all of history.
So if you want to buy Holly a Christmas present, get her a psalm A letter of Paul or a book of Andrew Murray's.
A letter of Paul.
Maybe
Handwritten,
I
preferably.
wonder if you can find his cloaks that he like. You know, like there's the people would scramble for his sweat clothes. Do you know about that?
No.
Oh. Well, we got to find that passage sometime. It's the, anyways, yeah. I don't remember where it is, but he tent made, and was sweating all day,
Okay.
and then he would go to speak at the public thing. I think it was from like 2 to 4 or something every day, and so his work clothes were just kind of on the side, and he sweated in them all day, and like they would take them because they thought they were healing.
Like his sweat was going to have some effect.
Correct. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And so, and then there's the whole, like...
Man, we are pretty hard. We're pretty dumb. I'm serious. Like, that's just dumb. How many times was he like, don't worship me. It's not about me. Like, yeah, take my sweaty clothes. You might want to wash them first.
I'll have to find that passage. I don't know where I read about that, but it was fascinating. Then there's the now, like you can buy prayer cloth things that were like dipped in some baptismal water and stuff, and
yeah.
Well,
it's like,
is everybody dumb?
It's like any sort of token that we try to put faith in. I mean,
token sounds like Tolkien.
Yeah. Let's talk about him next. I like him.
Yeah, me too. I actually have a dream to start a group like him and Lewis.
Yeah.
And smoke pipes and talk about books that we're writing and life in bars.
Yeah.
You want to join me?
Are you going to call it Discipline for Dudes?
I mean, that'll like launch. That's the test market, like the idea thing. No.
I like sitting with people in bars and talking about real things.
And smoking pipes.
Nah. But you can.
Have you ever tried it?
No. Maybe. I don't know.
All right. So, people versus topic. I think that what we discovered on this one is that people is the right answer. Because we talked about people the whole entire time and only dumb topics.
No. I think what we discovered is that I didn't give you the right answer.
Well, how enlightening the conversation has been to me is it has liberated my life, because How to Read a Book introduced it to me first, that you have these categories of books that you read, and it's really cool. But what happens over time, is that you get absorbed into an author, and that you actually wrestle with in your mind with this author person. And after I read that, a couple other things happened as well. I don't remember exactly what the whole chain of events was, but it liberated me to not have to read all of the books in a subject to be a learned person on that subject. And then I can literally just kind of follow my intuition and desires and dreams and stuff and go deep into one person and engage with their mind and come out on the other side of it on an elevated level. And you can't do that with all authors and such, and then looking back on like my kind of mentors in my life, it's absolutely like Miles Beckler for sure. A huge just leader for me during a still, but very much during a much needed helpful time, a time that I needed a lot of help, and like it was just kind of whatever he said encouraged and kept me in the trenches during a really rough time, and I don't know. So I think that, and if I was going to, we read a little book and they had a blip thing on like going to a conference weekend deal, and one of the guys was always never getting good experiences, and then that's where this idea kind of came from, this verbiage. And a friend challenged him to pick the things that he attends based on the person that's teaching them as opposed to the topic that is being taught. And it revolutionized his conference going experience, because he only went to things for people that he loved, regardless of if the topic was the most pertinent topic for his life at that time.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So.
But there's not necessarily
one's better than the other.
Yeah, and especially
Man.
Well, no. You won't find those people unless whatever you're learning, you go to multiple sources and then you find the one that you resonate with or whatever. And I mean, I've always struggled with reading like the first few chapters of a book and being like, okay, and like moving on, you know. But when you find those certain people that aren't just at that level, like the how to read a book thing, that I've been thinking about that a lot, actually, just how you come to a book and with less understanding, and then you gain the knowledge, and then you leave with more understanding, so you're like working out. And so like it really helped me to understand the struggle with getting through certain books, because the understanding is not surpassing my own, and so it's not really worth the time. So you have to like go to someone that can bring you to a new place or whatever. So
have you well, yeah, and that gives you tips on how to go through that process so you don't waste your time.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Well, great.
I don't think we talked about a specific thing at all.
Hope you liked it. Hope it made you laugh. Hope it brought a couple nuggets. We love you. And I'm Josh.
And Holly.
Peace.